Hi, welcome back to Circles of Connection. It's my pleasure to be doing this with you once again. How have you been? What's up and what's going on with you? How are your loved ones? What's on your mind? Hope God has been good to you. Hope you have something wonderful to be grateful for. My energy today is a bit low, if you can observe. My week has been eventful. A lot has been happening. And I have learned my lessons. And one lesson I learned that I would like to share with the whole world is that we are not all the same. We are different. We are all equal, but we are all different. In the sense that you and your best friend, right, could answer different names. You are different in names, in complexion, or whatever. But when it comes to who you are, you might actually be the same person. And what I mean by this is that you guys have the same motives. You guys understand yourself on a much deeper level. You guys easily mix like water and water because you are just the same person, but different personality and different expressions, but you want the same thing, you go for the same thing in life. So it's very natural and easy for your friendship to blossom. This is why the Bible says, in marriage, a man and a woman come together and the two can become one, because it's possible. It's possible to be one with someone. And that oneness means you guys want the same thing, you guys are going to get the same thing, you guys face the same problems. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Why, for some of us, we are answering the same names, we look alike, we had the same background, but we actually want different things. Our lives are going completely opposite directions. This is very common with siblings. You could even see twins behaving like this. You could see siblings. You grew up from the same family, had the same basic training, being almost together all your whole life. But a point comes and the two or the three or four or number of them choose their own life. And you realize they are not choosing the same thing. So life is uniquely different for each and every one of us. And because life is like this, it means our lessons that we are meant to learn in life and our blessings are not going to come in the same way. For example, someone might get a lesson through a relationship. The relationship gave heartbreak, but at the end of the relationship, she picked up something useful, she learned. But for another, the lesson may not come through that relationship. The lesson could come through another form. Maybe you see it in your workplace. A colleague had a relationship with a person and you saw it. So you could learn from the person while someone else must learn from their own experience. And when you meet teenagers, adolescents especially, this thing called peer pressure begins to highlight this thing to them in very brutal ways. For example, peer pressure. All the boys in the class are smoking. They are going to parties. And there is this good boy, James, who might think is a bad boy or who is actually a bad boy. But his life was never designed for things like that. And he tries to go along with this group of friends. And every time he tries, things just go terrible for him. In schools, we knew someone that we always felt was a wannabe. You know what a wannabe is now? Like, you try so hard to be something you are not. And it's not as if these people are trying to fake anything. No, what these people fail to realize is that their life is different from that they are going after. Many young people have the wrong friendships. They keep the wrong friends because they are trying to be to do what others are doing. They're trying to live someone else's life. They've seen it, they like it, and they want it. But that's when God reminds you and tells you, your name is this. You have to answer your name and you have to go where you are sent. You can't be like everyone else. Some ladies have relationship with people that are like oil and water. The two can't mix. They can't be one. The basis of that relationship was infatuation. She was in love with the idea of a perfect guy, a 10 over 10 guy doing all that, and she sees the guy in that light. But when it comes to on a personal level, what is our feelings for him about? What is the relationship centered around? What is the foundation of that relationship? There is really nothing. The guy sometimes is confused why they are still in a relationship. He doesn't know how to let her go. She hopes one day he becomes a man. She's trying to make him into what he's not yet. And they date themselves, they have some good times, and in the end, they both regret it and they are far apart. And she begins to recount our story. Life is different for me and you, and this is why you have to know what you are doing, especially when it comes to people. You can't give yourself to everyone. There was something very shocking I realized while I was thinking about the Bible. The Bible barely mentions friends. Like the Bible barely mentions Moses' friend, or Abraham friend, or Isaac friend. They barely mention the friends of people. Do you want to know why? The reason, I think, is because friends are for pleasure. That kind of friendship we are thinking of, it's for pleasure. Real friends, the real friend that will be with you all through your life is the friend that is on the same journey with you. You guys' life are meant to do the same thing. So your friend could be, let's say you are a soccer player. Your friend could be a teammate or a fellow footballer because your life is on the same path. You are both trying to do the same thing. Or you are a soldier, you are in the infantry, you are serving military. A real friend could be someone in that same line. You guys are going towards the same thing. That's where you see your genuine friendship. For some people, they are communicants. They know how to communicate. They are very good at public speaking. They are social. They know how to be out there and communicate. So their real friends are going to be people of that similar way. If someone like that is trying to become friends with someone that doesn't talk much, maybe it's an introvert, just likes writing, never really speaking, they will struggle. Jesus called his apostles friends. Why he called them friends at the end was because he told them, now you know my Father's plan. You know my plan. You know what I am doing, and you are going to continue what I have started. Now there is friends, because your real friends are basically people that their life is similar to you. You guys are trying to do the same thing. It's simple. So some of us should stop wasting our times with friendship that cannot work. Like, this friendship cannot add value to your life. Not because the person is a bad person, not because the person is too busy or you're not putting in the effort, but because you guys are not going after the same thing. Some people they just love God. They love God. They want to serve God. They want to know God. They are God's children. Their focus is there. And you meet someone else that the focus is not really on God. The focus is more on the earth. I want to be rich. I want to make more millions. I want to enlarge my business. I want this. Those two people cannot really have that genuine friendship. They can respect each other. They can become allies. They can be good to each other. But that friendship we're talking about, it's not there. So if you can listen to me, please, your friends are people that are hoping to do the same thing you are trying to do. So that's why you need to know yourself. Who am I? What do I want from life? What is life meant to teach me? Am I the one that is meant to take away poverty from my family? Am I someone that is meant to bring about a new technology to the earth? Am I someone that is meant to suffer to liberate a certain type of people? For example, Jesus Christ, Mandela. Am I who am I? When you know who you are, you can then easily identify people that are on the same path with you. And it will be easy to become friends because you guys have the same experience. I remember when I was in higher institution, I used to hang out with three people: Charles, Eze, and Austin. That was, yes, they were the ones I hanged out with, but I had other friends. Charles was into music. Back then, I was into music. Eze wasn't into music. Eze was just very close friends with Charles. Austin was just someone we met in class, and all of us became friends. But I can tell you today, after all is said and done, the only person number I still have is Charles, the person that both of us were doing music. It gives you an idea that the only people that can last in your life are the people that are on similar paths with you, because they understand you, they can listen to you, and they can speak to you. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but you need to know yourself. And feel free to reach out to me. I would help you in guiding to know who you are, so you don't waste your time trying to chase anyone or saying, why am I alone? I don't have any friends. It's not true. Everyone has friends. They may not be directly involved in your day-to-day life, but they are always there for you. They would always be there for you. And if you can't identify them, it's because you've not identified who you are. Once you know who you are, you will reach out to your friends. And like I said, a person has several attributes. People have different gifts, different missions. Some people have up to 7 things they have to do in life. Some people have just one. But we have our core. For example, some people love God. They have passion for things of God. Some don't have it. And those that don't have it doesn't mean they are bad people. It's not just their primary focus. It's not just what they look at in life. For some, it's their family. Their family is so important in their life that they fight for family, they die for family. And family is their testimony. When they die, their greatness is only in the family. Outside of the family, they are really nobody. But in the family, they are like everything. Because that is... So we all have different focus. So when you are looking at a friend, you are looking at someone that at least you guys have three things that can really bind you. I love God, she loves God, he loves God. Good, we can be friends. 2, this person is called to communicate truth. Maybe God has said, I will give you certain messages that I want the world to know. Or God has said that through your life experience, I'm going to teach people. So it's going to make things happen to you. And your own work there is to just share your life stories with people. It could be anything, but what you'll find out is that you and this person are trying to do the same thing in different ways, with different techniques and all, but it's the same thing. I can remember my good friend Omar. I met Omar at Elka back in 2021. And when I met Omar through another friend. And out of all the friends I had in Elka, Omar was one of the least of my friends. We barely spoke. But today, it's only Omar I speak to more than any other person. Back then, I didn't even believe the friendship could be anything. I thought it was just one of those things. But today, I can call Omar can call me. But the rest of them, it's once in a while. Maybe when something happens or we remember or we have to work together. But Omar is more like just, it's there. And funny enough, Omar too does podcast. Omar has a very similar, I feel her when she speaks because I understand. So that's a friend to me. So you too, you have a friend. You are not alone. We'll all have friends. So stop saying you are lonely, nobody wants you. Stop thinking nobody understands you. Stop thinking you have to do certain things for people to become your friends. One of the only friendship mentioned in the Bible was the friendship between David and Jonathan, the son of Saul. And that friendship was based on the fact that David served in the house of the king. And he was very skillful with the sword. He knew how to play the harp, and he helped the king. So Jonathan, the son of Saul, liked him. and they had a friendship. And we saw that that friendship didn't last long. The friendship, Jonathan eventually died in that friendship. After David became king, Jonathan was not there. Jonathan didn't even see David become king. Some people will say we have different kinds of friends. We have destiny friends, which are the friends that stay with you through life for most part of your life. They are always there with you. These are the people heading in the same direction you are heading. For Jesus, people like Peter, James, John, these are destiny friends. Always there with you, always there for you. They can listen to you, they can speak to you, they have access to you. No matter how busy you are, no matter how the life is going for you, when they reach out to you, you hear them, you feel them on a deeper level that you might not listen to another person. We have destiny friends. We have seasonal friends, like some people will coin it. Seasonal friends are people that you meet at a certain point in your life. They are there to teach you a lesson. They are just there to show you something about yourself, something about life, something about God. And the moment you learn, that friendship fades away. Now, these kind of friendships are the ones you might find at the workplace. You could find this friendship in a relationship. Like, it's not going to be forever. The friendship will start in very magical way, but it eventually fades off the moment something has happened. It just goes, and you guys can only be friends when something comes up again. So you need to understand that you might be talking to several people. You can have 100 people phone numbers. You can always talk to 10 people every day. But you need to know who is who to you. You need to know, so that when you are trying to date, you know who is the person you are looking at to date. When you want to share a problem or you have a problem, you know. When God wants to speak to you through someone, He speaks through your friend. Job was another man that we heard about his friends in the Bible. Job's friends came, sat with him in his misery, and they spoke. And God eventually answered. I'm telling you that there are some things going on in your life. If you want to know what God feels or what God has said about it, you have to listen to some friends. You can't afford to tell anybody those kind of things, because you will not get anything reasonable. Some people, they have problems and they begin to run up and down, looking for solution, looking for who to talk to. Some people try to keep the problem to themselves and it eats them up badly. But they are friends that when you open your mouth and discuss problems with, eventually you get revelation, you get understanding, and that problem goes away. In the Bible, we didn't hear about Samson, friends. Who was Abraham's friend? We don't know. Do you know why? Friendship, what we call friendship in today's world, doesn't really exist. What people had, they had brothers. They had a family. Family was everything. Then you had a colleague at the workplace. But then you had a friend. A friend is the one that when you want to go and do something, you tell and the person follows you. Your friend is the person that encourages you to do that thing that you know you are supposed to do. A friend understands your mission and a friend would help you to get it. I'm saying this because some people date their enemies. Like, this person is an enemy to you. And when I mean an enemy, I don't mean the person hates you, but the person does not stand for what you stand for. The person opposes what you believe in. The person's mentality is different from you. Maybe you believe in fairness and equity. You believe equality. This person doesn't. The person believes that the violent taketh it by force. The person is all about force and proving dominance. But you believe in everyone should be accommodating. It will not work. That's why they say, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Apostle Joshua Selman says something I really love. He says, if you have 5 foolish friends and you think there are 5 foolish people there, you didn't count well. There are 6 foolish people, because you're not counting yourself. You are a product of your friend. More like, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are, because your friend would reveal what you are. So stop wasting your time with people that you don't respect. Stop wasting your time with people that you don't think you want to be like or you are like. If this guy is a bad guy, everyone knows he's a bad guy. Sister, why are you still associating with this bad guy? Are you a bad girl? Don't lie to yourself. Don't take yourself to a place you don't want. We are not the same. Some people are wolves, some are sheep, some are serpents. We are all different. Know yourself and know where you belong. So you don't get surrounded by the madness and the craziness that life could throw at you. I've seen people, especially ladies. I really have a soft spot for ladies. I really respect them, and I so much always try to help them because most of the helps I get in life come from ladies. If I were to mention 10 times people helped me, maybe 9 over 10 were ladies that came to my help. So I've always been very careful and gentle and always trying to help them. And one thing I notice with many of them is that many of them think that life is guesswork. Life is try your luck. No, you can't keep taking such chance with your life. You can't say, let me see how things go. You can't just say, because I have feelings for someone I want. No. Know yourself, my dear. Know the kind of man you need. Know the kind of person you want to talk to. The other day on X app, a lady said she wishes to have a driver, a guy that knows, a platonic friendship with a guy that knows how to drive a car, so they can go for drive, singing and blasting music. And it was quite funny because a lady like that, you ask yourself, if she's married, can she still have such cravings? I don't think so. If she was under a parent, she had the father, brothers around her, she's living with them, she won't want to have such cravings. Because a husband has a place in a lady's life. Like the Bible says, the husband is the head of the wife. Is the one that directs and leads her. So every woman that wants to get into a relationship is looking for a man she can submit to, she can be under, listen to him, let him do what he says, and she'll be comfortable with it. But my sisters are wanting different things. My sisters now, they feel, let me try this guy out. Let me see how things go. Let me experience this. Come on, your life is way too precious for that. You may give them one chance, but that one chance may be enough to put you in a horrible place. Everyone is not your friend. Jesus performed so many miracles, but not once did they try to stone him to death. Eventually, they crucified him on a cross. Someone that kept performing miracles, that's what they did to him. So no matter how good you think you are, and no matter the nice things you do for people, a point will come where some will still decide to stone you, some will still decide to crucify you. Doesn't make them horrible people. They just don't know what they are doing. So my dear friends, know yourself. Know the kind of person you are. And when you see that in someone else, see your friend. Don't make friends with an enemy. An enemy is like, sometimes you hear things like frenemy, a hidden enemy, but it's a friend. No. The easiest way to spot your friend is to spot someone that understands your purpose in life and is on a similar path. Those people will always support you. They are your number one ally. They are always there for you. God bless you. God loves you. Have a wonderful time. I hope you learned something. I hope this blesses you.